Welcome to English Hub. Learn smarter, speak better, and grow your confidence. Before we begin today's English conversation, I want to tell you something because this is very important for committed learners. If you've ever felt too shy to speak English, too nervous to make mistakes, or too afraid that someone might laugh at you, this episode is for you. Remember this: every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. They didn't become confident overnight. They became confident because they kept speaking, kept practicing, and kept learning from their mistakes. Don't wait until your English is perfect. Start speaking today. Every sentence you say makes you stronger. Every mistake teaches you something new. Every day you practice brings you one step closer to fluency. Today's conversation isn't just about learning English. It's all about building confidence, thinking positively, and believing in yourself. So relax, listen carefully, repeat after the speakers, and imagine you're part of the conversation. Speak with confidence, smile, and enjoy the journey. Now, put on your headphones, turn up the volume, and let's improve your English together. Let's get started. Welcome!
Hi, how are you doing today?
It's great to have you here today.
I am Daniel. To get started, could you introduce yourself and tell us what confidence means to you?
Thank you, Daniel, for inviting me. My name is Emma, and I'm really excited to be here and talk about confidence. I always believe that the first few minutes of meeting someone are important because they give us a chance to make a genuine connection. So, it's a pleasure to meet you.
You seem very confident. Have you always been like this?
Honestly, no. A few years ago, I was extremely shy. I used to overthink everything I wanted to say, and I worried too much about what other people might think of me. Then, I realized something important. People are usually much more focused on their own lives than on judging mine. That realization gave me the courage to start speaking up, asking questions, and expressing my ideas. Little by little, my confidence grew because I kept practicing instead of waiting to feel fearless.
That's impressive. So, what does confidence mean to you?
To me, confidence isn't about believing that I'm better than anyone else. It's about trusting myself enough to handle both success and failure. I know I won't always say the perfect thing or make the perfect decision, and that's completely okay. Confidence means accepting that mistakes are part of learning, and they don't define who I am. Every challenge teaches me something valuable, and every experience helps me become a stronger, wiser, and kinder person.
That's one of the best explanations I've ever heard.
Thank you. I also think confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. If you say you're going to learn a new skill, exercise regularly, or work hard toward a goal, and then you actually do it, you begin to trust yourself. That self-trust becomes the foundation of real confidence. It's not built overnight. It grows through consistent actions, one day at a time.
Wow, you speak with so much confidence. What's the biggest lesson life has taught you?
I think the biggest lesson is that confidence is built through action, not through waiting. Many people say, "I'll do it when I feel ready," but the truth is that we rarely feel completely ready. Every meaningful opportunity in my life began with a little fear. I simply decided that I didn't want fear to control my future. Every time I took a small step outside my comfort zone, I became stronger. Looking back, I'm grateful for every challenge because each one helped shape the person I am today.
That's a powerful way to think.
It has completely changed my life. I no longer see problems as obstacles. Instead, I see them as opportunities to learn something new. When something doesn't go as planned, I ask myself, what can this experience teach me? That simple question helps me stay positive instead of feeling discouraged.
Do you ever compare yourself to other people?
I used to. and it made me unhappy. There will always be someone who is smarter, richer, stronger, or more experienced. If we spend our lives comparing ourselves with others, we'll never appreciate our own progress. Now I compare myself only with the person I was yesterday. If I've learned something new, improved a skill, or become a little kinder, then I know I'm moving in the right direction. That's the only comparison that truly matters.
That's really inspiring.
Thank you. I think everyone has unique strengths. Some people speak confidently, others are creative, patient, or excellent listeners. We don't all need the same talents. The world becomes more interesting because we're different, not because we're the same.
What do you do when you make a mistake?
First, I accept it instead of pretending it never happened. Then I try to understand why it happened and what I can do differently next time. I don't waste my energy blaming myself forever because that doesn't solve anything. Mistakes are teachers. If we learn from them, they become valuable experiences instead of permanent failures.
Well, Emma, that's easier said than done.
You're right, it takes practice. There are still days when I feel disappointed in myself, but I've learned to treat myself with the same kindness that I would show a close friend. We all deserve patience while we're learning and growing.
What's your advice for someone who's afraid to speak English because they might make mistakes?
My advice is simple. Speak anyway. Every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. Nobody learns a language without making hundreds of mistakes. Those mistakes are proof that you're learning. Instead of trying to speak perfect English, focus on communicating your ideas. Fluency comes from practice, not perfection.
That's exactly what many people need to hear.
I hope so. I always remind people that confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build every single day through courage, patience, and consistent practice. Every conversation is another step forward.
I feel like I've learned a lot just by talking with you.
That means a lot to me. If our conversation encourages even one person to believe in themselves and take the first step toward their goals, then it's been worthwhile.
I hope we can continue this conversation again.
I'd love that. There are so many things we can learn from each other, and I believe every meaningful conversation has the power to change someone's life. Until next time, keep believing in yourself and never stop growing.
Emma, this has honestly been one of the most meaningful conversations I've had in a long time. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me.
Thank you, Daniel. I've enjoyed our conversation too. It's always refreshing to talk with someone who listens carefully and asks thoughtful questions. Conversations like this remind me that we can learn something valuable from every person we meet, no matter where they come from or what they do, right?
Before we say goodbye, I'd like to ask one final question. If you could give one message to everyone who struggles with confidence, what would it be?
I would tell them this: please don't wait until you feel fearless before you start chasing your dreams. Fear is a normal part of life, and even the most successful people experience it. The difference is that they choose to move forward despite their fear. Every small action you take today is an investment in the confident person you'll become tomorrow. Trust yourself, be patient with your progress, and never let one bad day convince you that you have a bad life. You are growing even when you can't see it yet.
That's beautiful.
I think many people spend too much time doubting themselves instead of believing in what they're capable of.
Exactly.
We often speak to ourselves more harshly than we would ever speak to another person. Imagine how much happier and stronger we would become if we encourage ourselves with the same kindness we show our friends. Confidence begins with the words we say to ourselves every day. So choose words that build you up instead of tearing you down.
I'll definitely remember that. You've inspired me to be more confident and to stop worrying so much about making mistakes.
I'm really happy to hear that. Remember, life isn't about being perfect. It's about learning, improving, and becoming a better version of yourself every day. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it seems, because every step forward counts. I hope our paths cross again someday.
I hope so too.
But even if they don't, I hope you continue chasing your dreams with courage and confidence. Never stop learning, never stop asking questions, and never stop believing in yourself.
Thank you, Emma. Meeting you today has been a wonderful experience.
Thank you, Daniel.
I truly enjoyed meeting you as well. I wish you success, happiness, good health, and the confidence to achieve everything you dream of. Take care of yourself and have a fantastic future.
You too, Daniel. Stay positive, keep smiling, and remember that every new day is another chance to grow. Goodbye, and thank you for such a wonderful conversation.
Goodbye, Emma, until we meet again.
Goodbye. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Remember, confidence doesn't come before you speak. It grows because you speak. Every word you practice, every mistake you make, and every conversation you have brings you one step closer to becoming a confident English speaker. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Be proud that you're learning. Keep practicing a little every day, and you'll be amazed at how much you improve. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's learning English too. Your support helps us create more lessons to help you speak English with confidence. Until next time, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Take care and see you in the next episode. Goodbye.